Hey guys, it's Lazarus from Great X Audio, and today we're talking about the Oucomi noise cancelling Bluetooth headphones. Now before I talk about that, I usually only link items that I find on Amazon, and I use a program called Honey, which automatically searches the internet for discount codes, so you always know you're getting the best price. On these headphones, when I was videoing, I got about $5 off. Now back to the headphones. The big selling point for me was that these headphones costed only $80, and I was able to find a pair that supported active noise cancelling. They fill a huge gap in the marketplace as most noise cancelling headphones cost $150, and that price only goes up. The most popular competition of these headphones were the Bose QCll, and those came in at a whopping $329, which makes these 75% cheaper. While those headphones are almost $250 more, I'll be doing a review on them just to see what that kind of cash actually gets you compared to these. So let's talk about the way these look. While I would classify these as having a somewhat plain or standard design language, I do think that Oucomi execute it quite well. On the right ear cup, there's a power switch with the volume up and down button, and they have a really good tactile feel. They're very clicky. This is what they sound like. On the left ear cup, you'll notice that there's only the noise cancelling on-off switch, and that'll show green light when it's enabled, but when you swap it off, there's not really anything to indicate that. Both ear cups have a brushed metal look, but I still haven't been able to discern whether it's genuine metal or not, as it feels pretty solid. It doesn't necessarily feel plasticky, but I also can't tell whether it's a full metal, but it looks great. The rest of the black assembly is really just finished in a pearlescent paint, and that also looks quite good. That goes across the side attachment, and then it goes leather, and then it goes back to the pearlescent paint. Now the one part of the headphones that I do know is metal is the headband extension pieces and the hinges near the ear cup. I happen to be a huge fan of this because those are the high wear areas, and it gives me some peace of mind knowing that those won't be the first pieces to go. Actually, the longer I had these headphones, the more I felt like they were just trying to make a headphone that didn't really make a statement, but rather it just did everything that I needed it to do, and it did it at a low price. An example of this is just how large and obvious they printed the right and left on each of the inner ear cups, but it is still a welcome addition as most people won't really see that. As I would expect with most earphones nowadays, the ear cups swivel and fold, but this is in part because Oucomi includes a semi-hard carrying case. As someone who likes to take headphones on the go and doesn't really use them at home, I happen to be a huge sucker for carrying cases. And while I don't think you need it as they're fairly sturdy, I do still think it's a great way to keep them clean and keep the accessories organized and put together. It does come with a wired connection in case your headphones happen to die, as well as an airplane adapter so you can use them during travel. On Amazon, they advertised 12 hours use, but I was only able to muster up about 7 to 8 hours use before I needed the cable, so I was happy that they included it. The only other cable it comes with is the micro USB cable, and that's used to charge the device. Now, just because they were trying to do everything most people wanted in a non-flashy way, doesn't necessarily mean they were successful. There are a few areas where I wanted them to do better, and there's one where I was just simply disappointed. A few of my gripes are the headphones only have Bluetooth 4.1, so you lose out some of the security of newer versions of Bluetooth, and you also lose out on the speed of connection in newer versions. But the range is still quite good. I was able to walk up to about 25 feet away, still had a clear connection. Another thing to note is that these things get covered in fingerprints, even from light use, so if you do need a clean pair of headphones, these probably aren't your best bet. Now earlier I mentioned that there was one thing that disappointed me, and unfortunately it's going to have to be the noise cancelling. Now it isn't that it doesn't work, but rather it doesn't block as much as I hoped it would. And there's also a noticeable change in sound quality. Almost immediately after activating the ANC, you'll notice about a 25% or so drop in the lower frequencies, which hurts a fair bit of my personal music library. And while I don't find this to be a deal breaker, I do sometimes just leave it off, just so I can have a deeper sound signature. A big thing to keep in mind when you're buying a pair of headphones is why you're going to buy them in the first place. If you're hoping to block out the entire world, then these aren't it. If you're a bass head and you enjoy that kind of sound, then these aren't going to be it. But if you do just want a cheap pair of wireless headphones that are comfortable, portable, and have a clear sound, with a bit of noise cancelling, then these might fit the bill. Overall, I would probably score these a 6 out of 10, simply because the noise cancelling and sound signature are something that bother me. My question is, does a headphone that costs $250 more fix these issues? If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome reviews. And leave a comment if you have a product that you would like me to review.